Once upon a time, in a kingdom not so far away, there existed a magical realm known as the Internet. In this enchanted land, blogs sprouted like wildflowers, each one more vibrant than the last. But alas, the noble bloggers faced a great dilemma. They were often lost in the labyrinth of words, struggling to weave their thoughts into captivating tales that would charm the hearts of their readers. It was during this time of turmoil that a mystical website emerged from the mists of cyberspace. Blogify, a wondrous tool that promised to sprinkle a little fairy dust on the art of blogging. The tale begins in the bustling village of Contentopia, where bloggers roamed freely, armed with their keyboards and a plethora of ideas. However, as they sat before their glowing screens, many found themselves ensnared in a web of confusion. Oh, how I wish I could conjure up engaging content as easily as a wizard casts a spell, lamented Penelope, a blogger with a penchant for pastries. She had tried every potion in the book, spell checkers, grammar wizards, and even the occasional proofreading online, but none could quite capture the magic she sought. One fateful day, while wandering through the enchanted forest of the World Wide Web, Penelope stumbled upon a shimmering portal. Curiosity piqued, she stepped through and found herself in the land of Blogify. The air was thick with creativity, and the vibrant colors of the site danced before her eyes. It was here that she discovered the first of Blogify's many charms, the ability to generate content ideas faster than a rabbit in a race. With just a flick of her mouse, she was greeted with a treasure trove of topics, each more delightful than a slice of her famous strawberry tort. To her delight, she found that she could easily invite content from the villages of YouTube, podcasts, PDFs, other blog landscapes, and 46 others. "Why, this is splendid," Penelope exclaimed, her heart racing with excitement. "No longer shall I suffer from writer's block." She quickly learned that Blogify didn't just stop at generating ideas, it also possessed the power to help her craft entire articles. With a sprinkle of artificial intelligence, the platform could analyze her writing style and suggest improvements, much like a wise old sage guiding a young knight on a quest. As she explored further, Penelope discovered the magical feature of SEO optimization. "What's this?" she wondered aloud. "A way to ensure my blog reaches the far corners of the kingdom?" Indeed, Blogify had the ability to sprinkle keywords like fairy dust, ensuring that her post would be found by those seeking the delicious recipes she shared. With this newfound knowledge, Penelope felt like a true sorceress of the written word, ready to enchant her readers. But what of the benefits, you ask? Ah, brave wordsmith, let me tell you. With Blogify, Penelope not only saved time, oh, the precious time she could now spend baking, but she also found her confidence soaring higher than a dragon in flight. No longer did she fear the blank page. Instead, it became a canvas for her creativity, a place where ideas flowed like a bubbling brook. And the best part? She was able to connect with her audience on a deeper level, sharing her passion for pastries with the world, one delightful post at a time. Now, every enchanted realm has its costs, and Blogify was no different. As Penelope peered into the crystal ball of pricing, she found that the offerings were as varied as the colors of a rainbow. There were plans for every kind of blogger, those just starting their journey, and those who had already built a castle of content. The pricing was as reasonable as a dragon's afternoon nap, with options that allowed even the most frugal of fairies to partake in the magic. For a modest sum, one could unlock the full potential of Blogify, and Penelope felt that investing in her craft was worth every shiny coin. In time, Penelope's blog flourished like a garden in spring. Her readers grew in number, enchanted by her delectable recipes and whimsical tales. She became known as the Pastry Princess of Contentopia, a title that made her giggle every time she heard it. The villagers would often gather around their screens, eagerly awaiting her next post, and Penelope reveled in the joy of sharing her culinary adventures. One sunny afternoon, as she prepared to bake a batch of her famous chocolate chip cookies, Penelope reflected on her journey. "If it weren't for Blogify," she mused, "I might still be wandering aimlessly in the forest of content creation." With a twinkle in her eye, she decided to pen a review of her beloved tool, sharing her experience with others who might be lost in their blogging quests. And so, with a heart full of gratitude and a sprinkle of humor, she wrote about the magical features of Blogify, the idea generation, the content crafting, the SEO sorcery, the numerous sources she could import content from, not to mention the ingenious ways she could earn silver coins passively through no effort of her own. She told tales of the time saved and the confidence gained, all while playfully weaving in puns about baking and blogging. "Why did the blogger break up with the blank page?" she quipped. "Because it just wasn't writing for them." As she clicked publish, Penelope felt a sense of fulfillment wash over her. She knew her whimsical review would help others discover the magic of Blogify, just as she had. And so, in the kingdom of the interwebs, where stories flourished and creativity reigned, Penelope continued her journey, a shining example of how a little help can turn a daunting task into a delightful adventure. And they all blogged happily ever after. And so, we come to the end of this tale, but do not fret. To this day, Penelope still uses Blogify. If you knights and fair maidens enjoyed this tale, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. You might just inspire Penelope to tell another tale that involves an enemy as old as time.